Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to my first YouTube video. I'm Alishay and today we're starting off already prepped for a duck nail pop-off set. The polygel that I'll be using today is from the brand Pink Mask in the shade of Antique Rose. It's a pretty pink sheer nude that looks absolutely amazing. This is definitely my favorite brand of polygel to use with 91% isopropyl alcohol as my slip solution. It's easy to apply and soaks off just like acrylic would. I'm starting off with my pinky nail to apply my first bead of polygel, making sure it covers just before the start of the nail tip to the end of the nail tip. I'm using the Panna Kolinsky nail art brush in size 16 for my polygel application. After dipping it into the alcohol, I allow the brush to dry out a bit before using it to sculpt the polygel. I noticed that when I use too much alcohol with this brand of polygel, it would be difficult to move, and with less alcohol, it's easier to manipulate. But every brand of polygel requires a different technique to ensure a seamless application. To sculpt the polygel, I lightly and evenly pat it from sidewall to sidewall, working my way down to the free edge. Once the full nail is covered, I continue patting the polygel down to make sure everything is as even as possible and adding more alcohol to remove the excess polygel at the free edge. After I'm done, I cure this layer for 60 seconds and move on to the next nail and repeat the process until I get to the apex and cuticle bead. I like to do one nail at a time just to make sure I'm being detailed and don't mess up my work when moving on to the next finger. However, it's definitely faster to do 2 or 3 nails at a time, cure it for 60 seconds altogether, and continue working. Next, I'll be working on my pointer finger. It may look a bit weird, but that's because my finger and nail are crooked and skinny, so there's not much I can really do about that. I like to do this nail last so I can spend more time on the application. I don't want to manipulate the shape too much during filing because it's easy for it to turn from duck shape to an hourglass shape real quick. But basically, I'm just repeating the same process as before while following the curvature of my natural nail. This is a personal preference of mine, but there are methods to create the illusion that a crooked finger is straight. You do this by applying the nail tip to the opposite direction of the curve to get the look that you desire. Now that I'm complete with the first layer of polygel, everything has been cured for 60 seconds. I'm going in with my second bead near the apex and push the polygel toward my cuticle. If you get any polygel on your skin, just dip your brush into the alcohol and wipe it right off. You want to make sure you're not flooding your cuticle while also not making them too thin or it will cause lifting and breakage. Also, after this bead is complete, it needs to be cured for 60 seconds. As y'all can tell, a lot of curing is needed for polygel application, but as stated before, you can apply polygel to multiple fingers at once, sculpt them out, and do a full cure altogether. Either way, I would advise investing in some UV protective gloves just to keep your hands and your client's hands safe during application and applying nail art and charms. I recently bought some gloves, but that wasn't until after I filmed this, so in my next video, I'll definitely be trying them out and letting you guys know how I like them. By the way, during the application process, you can definitely use the excess polygel that you wipe off at the free edge and put it onto a different nail to reduce the waste. But don't forget to sculpt it with alcohol before curing, even if it's not a lot, or else you will have to drill it down and start over. Now the application is complete and all the polygel is fully cured. I'm taking a lint-free wipe and some fresh alcohol to wipe the nails down. This is to get rid of the sticky residue, which is called the inhibition layer. It's important to remove this layer so your nail drill and file doesn't get clogged and you get a nice crisp shape. Since I am doing duck nails, I'll be filing strictly with the standing band and e-file. I'm using the Melody Susie's Commander e-file that I purchased earlier this year in January. It's my first cordless drill and it's been holding up pretty good so far. Recently, the handpiece has been a little jumpy, but I think that's because I got a little bit too much dust into it and I need to invest in a dust collector. If you're just starting out, I would definitely recommend this e-file. It's much more quiet than the cheaper drills offered on Amazon, and it's one less thing you need plugged in constantly. I also advise that you wear a mask while filing with an e-file and a nail file if you don't already have a dust collector. There's been times while doing my nails that I didn't wear a mask and I had dust in my nose, so just make sure that you're protecting yourself. This is also the reason why a lot of nail techs will require their clients to wear a mask, or they will offer masks for their clients to wear during their service. I tried to speed up the filing and shaping process as much as possible without cutting out too much of the video. I managed to cut down an hour of footage and ended with about 12 minutes, but let me know in the comments if y'all would prefer longer videos. I wanted to talk a bit without being super repetitive with reciting what y'all are seeing on the screen, as this isn't a tutorial video. So a little bit about me. I'm 24 years old, from Texas, and I'm a Taurus. I've been doing my own nails since July 2023. I started off with acrylic and recently switched to polygel in March of 2024. Although I've always got my nails done with acrylic, the monomer smell was a lot to deal with in my apartment. This led me not to have the desire to practice as much, and I'd get really bad headaches and the smell would be left in my apartment for days. Plus, I do have a dog, so I don't really know how safe it is for him to be around all the fumes, but thankfully polygel was the perfect alternative to getting the nail look I wanted without having to sit in a wave of chemicals to achieve that look. Not saying that monomer is bad or anything, it just isn't for me personally. I have been debating whether or not I want to take clients for a while, so I decided to start a YouTube channel to share my journey and grow my own community amongst other nail artists and enthusiasts. Doing nails is definitely an outlet for me. I'm very creative and would like to share my creations and ideas with other nail lovers. So last but not least, let's get into the nail art. All the gel polishes I'll be using are from Beetles from Amazon. All the colors that I am using came in a pack with other colors, so these are just the mini bottles, but I'll link everything in my description box. The image on screen is a picture that I found on Pinterest, and this is the design that I'll be doing today on these duck nails. The pinky finger will be a giraffe print using shade B432 for the base and B191 for the spots. I have never done any animal related design before, so bear with me. It took me quite a while to get the Frenchies perfect, so I made a few cuts in the video. And of course, after I'm done drawing on my Frenchies, I'm going to paint the rest of the nail and follow up with a 60-second cure. I like the look of a smaller arch Frenchie on duck nails. It's definitely giving. For the ring finger, I'll be using the shade B195 for the base and B194 for the crocodile design. I'll also be adding blooming gel from a cart to give the crocodile design effect. Then I'll use the shades B184 and B193 for the cheetah print design on my middle finger. I purchased the full-size bottles of white and black from Beetles in shades 894 and 895, which I'll be using for the zebra design on my pointer finger, and shades B423 and B427 for my thumb, which will also be a croc print in purple. So enough of me yapping, I'll let y'all enjoy the remaining of the design process and come back when the look is complete.
Got no one that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb. Business run fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crack up the foreign, I swerve. Keep me a stick if they purge. Young got no one that they working my nerves. I'm about to pause and serve. Fucking this bitch like a perm. Smack from the back of a perm. Ice, the bird. Shitting on all you little turds. Can't take that dick, wait your turn. In my own lane, we can't merge. So with no hands, you can learn. Let's see how much you can earn. Why me go big like the worm? And I ain't smoking no sherm. I'm in the beat with P. Litty. QP ski. I love my bitches, it's pretty. They showing their titties, it's up to the ceiling. I let her run through a million, I rock with her really, let's fuck on a billion. I'ma get down to the gritty, then fuck up the city, the home of the villains. Ecstasy, wonderful feeling. Smoke out the pound when I'm chillin'. Trappin', I made me a killer. Look, I got everybody wishing. I hope you play your position. I don't want nobody listening. I see the whole precision. Give us my only decision. Young gun, no one that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb. Business run fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crank up the foreign, I swerve. Keep me a stick if they purge. Yeah. Dog status, Bell Harbor. I bought Lennox Mall for my brothers. 4-yard bag, tote the cutter. I got it out the field, fuck Russell. Going as L'Oreal back to Paddock, then going as Jordan as dead. Philippe water trying to drown a bitch. Just a habit tricking on a bitch. Shit, I'm thinking I could been a pimp. Shit, I'm cooking up dope like it's dinner. Shit, that curse was gon' sit nigga trim. Shit, I'm floating, I'm out in the blimp. Shit, it look like I'm swimming in glass. Shit, I turn on my bitch cause she bad. Shit, I'm making her ex nigga mad. Shit, they going for that bap up a smash. Real nigga alert up, carrying a bag. Piping a bitch and ain't then I got cash. Turn up the shooters, the switches go bad. Stay with some scammers, but don't moving past. Trapping no rapping, my dog, he fall off. No capping, no bound, I'm a brick. Fuck on your bitch and I told her to call off. Actually, I'm making her quit. Painkiller, got my little demons on gold, they ready to hit with the stick. Painkillers, got my little bitch on gold, she ready to eat up the dick. My main hitters, call up the gang members, they was already on the lick. Hanging with me goes all these drugs and guns, think we best again.
He want the scoop, she want the tea, she want the tea. I cannot speak, we keeping it street.
I got a schedule to attend to though, I can't really.
Fuck you so real, but ain't bitch on my line. I can feel what you spinning. Not too much pride to let nobody sign me out. Pull up, go right about.
So this is the final look. I hope y'all enjoy watching me recreate this animal print set on duck nails. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.